Hi moms, thank you for joining me on Mom Talk for another episode. I'm so excited to sit down with you and share this burning thing that has been on my heart. I am currently in the hotel. We're staying for a while for my son's school activities, but I thought I'd take a few minutes and chat with you. I hope you're all doing good. But I have been thinking, school year is starting. Some people start school in August, others start in September. So depending which part you're living. But I've been thinking about planning, because I have schools. I have six that I'll be homeschooling. Although my youngest I also homeschool. 7 of them that I'll be homeschooling. So there's a lot of planning and then regular life planning. But with idea of planning, I got to thinking, and I was reading in the book of Ruth. This really, really stood out to me. We see, if you're familiar with the book of Ruth, you see Ruth coming, and she's been sorry, they're just playing. You see them? Okay, say hi. Sarah, say hi. Yeah. So you see Ruth following Naomi in Oprah, and Naomi says, "Listen, ladies, I don't have anything to give you. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. Why don't you go back to your homes, back to your relatives? You'll be well taken care of, because I don't have any other son who's gonna marry you. There is really no hope for you with me, because they've lost everything." And Oprah listens to that. It makes complete total sense, and Oprah goes back, because she at least knows how her family would take care of her. But Ruth decides to cleave and stay with Naomi. Now, it does not make sense. Ruth is a woman who's lost everything. Maybe you can relate. Maybe you're a wife or a mother who has lost everything. It's been a tough time for a lot of people. I know for me it has, and I could relate. And so she had lost a lot. She had lost everything, and pretty much was in a place where only God could show up. But maybe that's you, and that's definitely me. And but then she thinks about it, and Ruth decides, no, I'm going to stick with you. And she says these words, your people will be my people, your God will be your God. And so for me, I want to focus on that. Your God will be my God. There's something amazing when you do encounter God, God our Father, and the revelation of who Jesus is, that you can't go back to where you used to be. She could not go back to the gods of her family, although it was guaranteed they would take care of. After having tested, how can I go back? It's the same thing with us. Like, if you're born again, how can we go back to that? Just because you're going through a hard time, there will be temptations to go back to the old. But after you've tasted of God, even me in my trials, after I've tasted of Him, how can I ever look back to what I had before without Him? It's better to almost have nothing but have God with you. And that could be even in areas of mothering or homeschooling, some things God has revealed to you. And you might start those things, and there still be challenges as you implement new systems or new things. But if you know you've heard from God and you know you've seen fruit out of that, why let the challenges cause you to want to go back? Whether it's every time I'm training a child, and it's a new way I'm training, a new thing we're working on, there's always the times to kind of quit, forget it. Why don't you just go back to it? After you discipline how many times, but why go back? After you've tested what fruit discipline can bring, what fruit, whatever you've been working on, whatever God revealed to you is, why would I want to go back? So I can relate as a mom in that. But anyway, she says, your God will be my God. And so she goes on to this place where she has no hope. People she doesn't know. She doesn't know how she's going to leave, how she's going to be cared of. She has no future of a husband. But she goes because she would rather have Jesus and have nothing. Sorry, my phone is going off. You want to pass it to me? Yeah, okay. Let me take it. Just... Hey, can I call you back? I'm just recording a video.
Hey, there's a squirrel.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. Okay, I love you. So she prefers I'd rather have God than anything else. So she goes, and we see through this one decision how her life is impacted. It changes for good and impacts the generations, the children that come after her, and impacts us, because Christ comes through that line. And so in planning and wanting to know, as a mom, wanting to know what's next for my children, what's next, what decisions do I need to make, what plan do I make, what steps do I take, I felt the Lord saying to me, sometimes it's not knowing what to do. Sometimes it's not having a clear idea what to do, but maybe sometimes it's just knowing what you want to do. And this has been a revelation to me. So sometimes, I'll repeat that, it's not about knowing what you need to do or what you ought to do, but sometimes about what you want to do. So that applies to us. For her, she knew one thing. I mean, I don't know everything else. I don't know what the future holds, but I know this one thing. I won't turn my back against this God. So this is the same in my area. So I might not have I don't know how exactly I'm going to care for all my children. I don't know all the homeschooling, everything. Yes, we're still working on it, and I want every step laid out. But I might not know every answer, but I do. But what about what I want to do? What is it that you want to? Maybe the answer in plan is not just knowing what you need to do, but what you want to. For example, am I going to homeschool or not homeschool? So what would I want not do? I won't personally put my children in public school because of what they're teaching. So that already is not about what I need to do, but what I want to do. So that already creates a plan for me. What is it that you want to do as a mom? What is it? I won't allow that bad behavior in my home. So that already sets a plan. Okay, so how am I going to fix that? You know? I won't allow this kind of foods in my home. So that creates a plan, right? I won't. Maybe it's knowing the want. What is it I don't want children who don't know God. So that sets a plan. So I thought to share this because Ruth, all she knew is what she was not willing to do. And that caused her on this path that we see turns out amazingly beautiful. So maybe in your planning in this new season, you don't really know where to touch and what to do, but you can decide what you want to do. What you want to do. I won't have children walk in the world. I won't want children. There are things you can decide, and that you want to. I won't turn my back on Jesus. I won't quit on family devotions, my family coming together and praying. I won't. So that already plans things. So I thought I'll share this with you as I'm processing it and how it works. But even in my children, as I'm training them to plan. Okay, so it's not just what you want to do, but what are you not willing to do? What is it that you know exactly you want to do? I won't compromise on this. And that helps with planning. So I hope this helps you and encourages you. Leave me a comment. What is it that is so dear to you that you won't do? So I would tell you, for example, I just said I won't go public school. By the grace of God, I won't. That's my decisions. I'll do whatever I can, whatever homeschooling. And I won't put them in homeschooling. I won't put them in public school. I won't quit on family devotion. I'll find the time, however time. Right now I'm using my little one, sometimes audio Bible, whatever I need to do. I might not have the time, but sit down and listen to audio Bible for this, and we'll go through it, because I believe the word has power to change lives. So just different things. What won't I do? So I've made some changes. I'm still making changes in my eating. So what is it that you want to do? I would like to hear from you as you plan. And if this message encouraged you and spoke to you in any way, give us a like, leave a comment. If you're new here, subscribe, share with other moms. And I hope what I shared that has been so encouraging to me is encouraging to you. So God bless you in your mothering journey. Until next time. Bye-bye. How long was I?